I grew up in a broken home. Mom was on drugs, dad was physically and emotionally abusive. They did the best they could for me, but by 15 years old, the streets had its hooks in me. From 15 to 18 years old, I was addicted to drugs, and I was either homeless or going in and out of juvenile hall, boys' homes, or mental hospitals. By 20 years old, I went to prison for the first time for 18 months. And when I got out, I did the best I could to change my ways. I enrolled in some college courses, I got a job, but the street life and my drug addiction was calling my name. And by 22 years old, I was looking at 27 years in prison. I ended up with 10, and I count that as a blessing, because during these 10 years, I became utterly obsessed with fitness. I read every book and magazine I could get my hands on, and I became the guy you went to when you wanted to lose weight or build muscle or anything in between. 5 years into those 10 years, my mom died. She was my backbone, and I eventually gave up. I began to get in fights and get high. I wanted to die. It wasn't until 9 years into that 10-year sentence that I was sick and tired of the way things were going. I was sick and tired of the life I was living, and I made a choice to make some changes. My mindset began to shift, and I began to do the work. I enrolled in every opportunity and program we had at San Quentin State Prison, from anger management to substance abuse counseling. I even took a parenting class, and at that time, I didn't even have kids. I got out on August 25th, 2018, and spent my first 18 months living in transitional housing while I learned how to acclimate back into society. And this was my opportunity to learn how to do so. I went from working at a warehouse to bouncing clubs in San Francisco, to eventually a group fitness job at Orange Theory Fitness, all the while enrolled in college courses and finishing my associate's degree. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, I chose not to sit idle, but rather I chose to hire a mentor, establish an LLC. I went from training people at parks, to my house, to my own facility. Today I have a team who's helping me grow our online fitness and motivational speaking business, where we are on a mission to impact hundreds of thousands of lives. I'm personally on a mission to help the youth through two ways. One is to impact and help the parents get healthier and fit so they can set that example for their children. And the second way is to use my experience and my story to speak to at-risk youth and help them change their ways and never have to go down the route I went down. I do this for my mom, for my dad, my brother, my girlfriend, and my two stepsons. I also do this for my younger self and all the youth out there that don't have a voice. Our mission is to impact the world, and we want you to join that mission as well.